Thank you very much. Thanks to the two speakers here. I would like to pick up on what Mrs. Tocci has said when she referred to, and I hope I quote you correctly, one of the shortcomings of the EU policy is the distribution of refugees, which we all agree on. But I think there is another shortcoming which goes back to, I would say, at least 2011, when this whole mess started with sporadic demonstrations in Syria, which were caused by water shortages, by the way, from what I learned at the United Nations in New York recently. And the European Union did not show up at this point when it was possible to talk to both sides, when there were no Russians, no Iranians, no Turks, no ISIS, not the 100,000 deaths, and not the million refugees that then ended up at our doorsteps. So what I am missing is this coherent, common, self-assured European foreign policy with the back of 500 million people, the economic power that we have. And I know that the milk is spilled. It's now 8 years later, and we still have no common foreign policy. But I'm afraid Syria won't be the last country that will suffer this kind of fate that we are seeing. And we just have to look at Northern Africa. I don't want to mention Algeria, but it just comes to my mind. So the question is, if there is a question left after what I said, is do you agree that if we had this strong foreign policy, and if we had some foresight, and this is also what I miss here, an institution which evaluates the situation in our neighboring regions and says, you know, we have to be careful what's going on in country X, country Z. So isn't it urgently asked for to, you know, come to our senses and realize that only if we act together in foreign policy we can achieve things that so totally got out of hand as it's the case in Syria? Thank you.